ACL. She's done. She's going to have surgery on Friday, so that was really a big loss for them.
All right, we're just about underway here. Shaker going to kick off. Jim Fazzone, Alexis Murphy, your officials for tonight's match. Shaker getting set to kick off. Shaker in the blue, moving left to right. Niskiuna in the home silver. Shaker controls it now. Niskiuna going back the other way. It's kind of topsy-turvy in the beginning of the game usually, Marissa, as teams trying to feel each other out and get used to the conditions. Ottaviano gets it, controls it back. She's along the center back. Niskiuna kicks it up ahead now, and it looks like Mosh trying to get in there, sends it up ahead, and no dice as Leah Rubino could not head that thing and control it, and but Niskiuna maintains control and trying to force the action early on.
And look at that, Brian. Caitlin McGonigal just attached to Whitney Frere. We talked about marking her up. That's what they're going to do. That's how they're going to try and stop her. Those two hip and hip.
Here's Provost to the near side. Silvetsky. That's Stacy Silvetsky. She's a sophomore. She shoots it from out there. It goes wide as the goalkeeper for Shaker, the one to take the goal kick, and it goes out of bounds. It remains Shaker's possession. Adrian Devine going to throw it in now. Along the far side here. Caitlin McGonigal getting in on it. Shaker just having problems right now, just gaining control as we see another turnover in the middle of the field. And here comes Niskiuna on the attack. Back and forth now. Here's Stephanie Balfort for Shaker. Up ahead, nobody home. She was going for Casey Labarge, who could not hang on. And it's kind of back and forth here for both teams. Megan Mosh sending it along the far side. Leah Rubino trying to maintain control. She's wearing the knee pad. She tried to work it along the outside, but nothing doing. And again, Shaker having issues just clearing the ball. Here's a chance in front just outside the 18. That was Silvetsky. And Niskiuna maintains control as Emily gets it. Stephanie Balfort now looking for Cahalan. Cahalan going back to Balfort. It is a ill-advised pass. And again, Niskiuna right now seems to be winning every single loose ball, every single free ball right now, Marissa.
Niskiuna doing a really, really good job. Brian, they play a 3-4-3, and they ask a lot on defense, actually, of their forwards, which is...
Boost a goal.
Yeah, Brian, Niskiuna got very, very lucky there with Amelia Esposito coming out of goal. She was far out. If a Shaker player got their foot on that, that could have been an easy goal for the Blue Bison.
No doubt. Lauren Crunden coming up now. She is a center back. She plays at the top of the diamond. Shaker, the more traditional 4-4-2, as you mentioned earlier, Marissa. Niskiuna going a 3-4-3, 4-4-2, 4 in the back, 4 in the middle, and 2 up front, Cahalan and Casey Labarge. As a turnover again, and it looks like Niskiuna controls. Skylar Archambault along the far side, looking for somebody up front, nothing doing there. And finally, Shaker controls in the midfield.
Brian, as you said, Shaker is playing a 4-4-2 right now. Earlier on in the season, they started out with a 3-5-2, but Coach Moralja thought that was good. She's only about 5'1" or 5'1.5 an inch, as she likes to say. You got to count for every half an inch. But she definitely looks a lot.
This ball is controlled by Niskiuna. Guess who gets it? Dana Provost, who seems to be everywhere early on. And on the other side, Whitney Frere, who's got 18 goals. She has had a shot on goal just over the post. So she's been active. On the other side, Cahalan, not so much early on. All right, along the far side is Silvetsky. She is taking it down the right wing. Silvetsky looking across in front. Look at that beautiful ball in front, but couldn't get a shot on goal there.
It was, and that is exactly what Coach Moralja wants Casey and Caitlin to do. He said there are 2 quick girls up front. What we need them to do is control the ball for just a few extra seconds while our other players get down and try to make the cuts. That was a great opportunity right there for Shaker.
Niskiuna, coached by Bryce Colby in his 14th year. They were the state champs in 95 and 98, Section 2 champs, 95, 98, 99, 2000, and 2006. This is a team that started out 2-3-1. They lost to Bethlehem, Saratoga, and John Jay, 3 very big powerhouses in the state of New York, but have since put it together. They've won 8 straight games and are playing some pretty good soccer heading down the stretch.
And Bryce Colby has said himself, after that Bethlehem game, the defense...
Niskiuna controls it back, and they're going the other way. Here's Whitney Frere. Frere now not afraid to shoot that. Keeper out of position, just over Emily Johnson. Tell you what, sometimes in soccer, you'll see the good players.
Far back the Niskiuna Wings are. They're doing a lot on defense. That was something Bryce Colby stressed. Niskiuna is one of the only teams right now doing that.
Here's Megan Mosh. Mosh trying to bring it into the offensive zone and controlled by Morgan Berry, the sweeper for Shaker. She just kicks it out of bounds, and Niskiuna going to get the chance to reset along the far side. Emily Bartell with the throw-in. Again, paying attention to the red lines. Those are the soccer inbounds lines. Right there is the goal box. Of course, the keeper can't use her hands out. Ball now at midfield. Stephanie Balfort, one of the midfielders, one of the 4 middies for Shaker. Sends it to the near side. Looking for Morgan Quay was Taylor Holm. But again, just a bit far, and controlling is Amelia Esposito, the junior, her first year as a starter in goal for Niskiuna.
And Brian, you talked about the fields. I know Niskiuna is building some soccer fields. Potentially by next fall, they will be done. And so then, of course, the girls and boys teams will have their own fields.
Guess who? Whitney Frary, one side, crosses it back to the other. She was looking for a sneaky Megan Mosh, tried to slip. They come now. Megan Mosh, who we have called her name a lot tonight. She was going near side, just a bit too far for Emily Bartell, and goes back to Shaker now. Nice play there for Cahalan. Maybe got a little too fancy. A turnover. Niski going the other way. Here's Whitney Frary. Frary sets it. And here comes the Niskiuna attack. Frary to Provost, going back on the far side, I believe for Rubino. And coming out to get that was Emily Johnson, who makes the diving lunge to prevent any further damage there.
Good job by Emily Johnson coming out, seeing that ball, reading it well, and putting her body in the line.
Emily Johnson pulled off from the JV a couple of weeks ago because injuries to Spencer. Just one of the many injuries for Shaker. And I was talking to Coach Moralja yesterday. He said, you know what, Brian, we only play like 15. We got like 4 or 5 people out, injured.
Brian, the first time these two teams met, Shaker had 2 subs.
So baptism by fire, as it were, for lots of the Shaker team, especially along the defense, where they're pretty young in the back, but doing well tonight. Speaking of doing well, here's Frary. I believe that was for a sweeper there for Shaker. That's like the 4th or 5th time we called her name in terms of clearing it out.
Yeah, there were a lot of blue jerseys right in the middle of the field on that corner kick.
Here's Casey Labarge, not the biggest girl on the field, but certainly you don't need to be in soccer. That's the beauty of this sport. Dana Provost controlling in the midfield for Silvetsky. Silvetsky, nice fancy footwork going around the defense, the Labarge. And she gets back over to Provost, who controls it along the near side. Sending a long ball through, deflected. Looks like it goes out of bounds, and it's going to remain Niski ball. They get the quick throw in. But unfortunately, guess who's there again? Morgan Berry. Not out completely. Loading it up and letting it fly is Silvetsky, and it was saved by Emily Johnson. That is her first save of the evening. So technically a shot on goal in the save. So Emily gets her first save, although she's been quite busy getting a lot of loose balls and through balls. 22 minutes to go here. Shaker and Niskiuna tied at 0. Suburban Council North matchup. Shaker controlling it along the far side. Jeanette Guidi. Half moon out. Time Warner Sports crew getting all the shots. And I got to tell you, they're doing a great job tonight because it is getting a little chilly. It's a little sunny when we got here, but it's not so sunny anymore. I believe there's frost warnings in the air tonight. All right, here's Niskiuna now with it as Emily Bartell controls. Senior, she's been all over the place thus far for Shaker, and one of the reasons why Niskiuna has not gotten on the scoreboard.
She is.